Hello everyone and welcome to another video where we are taking a look at some really interesting news. But first, I would really appreciate if you smash the like button to help me with the YouTube algorithm, and maybe in the end you can consider subscribe for more future content like this. And with this out of the way, let's get into the video. So a week ago there was this news about PayPal maybe acquiring the crypto startup Curve, which would be PayPal's strategy to develop its own cryptocurrency infrastructure, because the Curve's field of activity concerns the development of security systems for digital assets, which is very important for PayPal if they are now venturing into the blockchain and crypto space. And the estimated value of the future deal is estimated at about $500 billion US. So this is not something unexpected, because we know that PayPal has been actively adding new features regarding cryptocurrency. As you may know, they launched the Bitcoin support for its US customers in the fall, and also they have these plans for the future integration of crypto into PayPal. But you may not know what the Curve is. So if we take a look at the Curve website, we can see that it's a cloud-based wallet that gives you a bulletproof protection, instant availability and total autonomy over all your digital assets, which is powered by their revolutionary cryptography. It looks really cool. It's a smaller company, much more like a startup, so it's kind of under the radar a little bit, but they are already used by those companies. So you for sure know eToro, which is on the YouTube ads all the time, but also for example Swissborg, which is another blockchain network and also a crypto token, and many more. But this video is not entirely about the Curve, so maybe we can go back to Curve and explore it a little bit more, its technology and solution, etc. But it's more about the team up of Curve with Algorand. This happened at the end of January this year, so Algorand teamed up with Curve quite a long time before the rumors about PayPal. And I believe you know Algorand. I also did a video about Algorand explaining all the network and also the token, but you can check it in the top right hand corner if you never heard of it or want to know more about it. But in short, it's a proof of stake network. Actually, they call it a pure proof of stake network, which is solving really interesting trilemma of decentralization, security and scalability all at the same time, which is really cool. So I guess from the Algorand perspective, they want Curve to help them with building some secure wallet functionalities on the Algorand network for any potential customers like firms on the Algorand network, so they could use those secure wallets on Algorand, which would be backed by the Curve's multi-party computation. And also thanks to this deal, the Curve users now should be able to transact and store ALGO token and also the ALGO based ASA tokens. Here also the Curve CEO explains that the MPC technology is the quickest way to sign transactions securely without any bottlenecks. So that's exactly what Algorand is looking for, because they are very scalable. And he also mentions that previously, just 3 years ago, this kind of security was synonymous with either cold storage or a piece of hardware. So the MPC looks really powerful, and if I'm gonna make a video about Curve, we will definitely cover this topic. However, I think that even more interesting idea is that if the Curve is acquired by PayPal, that would mean that actually the PayPal could be working with Algorand, which is kind of exciting, and maybe even use their technologies for the finance, because Algorand is very interesting for finance transactions thanks to its great scalability and high throughput. So I think there is a solid possibility that Algorand could be used to some extent, at least by PayPal, when they start to integrate the crypto even more. Also, I would advise you to check out the Algorand official Reddit page because there are over 16,000 members already, and they share some interesting thoughts, interesting videos, tutorials. They exchange some opinions and also help other members of this community with their questions, so you can get definitely some valuable information here. I will link it in the video description. And now we can check also a little bit the price of Algorand. So we have the Algorand in relation to Tethers US, which is stablecoin, which is matching the price of the US dollar. And here we can see that from the last video on Algorand, which I did sometime in February, we are still sitting in this bullish channel and doing some really small moves at the moment. We had this false breakout before, from which we can assume that there is some strong buying. However, it was not strong enough to stay above this channel. However, I don't think that's the end of the day, because still the price today is hovering above those two moving averages, so we can say that we are now in a steady uptrend. However, we need to take into account that we are in the higher part of this bullish channel, so there is still a lot of room to go down in this channel, but I would see this scenario only if there is real weakness throughout all the crypto market. So what I think it's most probable is staying near this upper side of the channel until there is some really strong bull market starting in the crypto again, and that could move this price out of the channel, and if it's strong enough it could stay above it and go to the new all-time highs close to the $2 mark. However, if we check the Algorand divided by Bitcoin ratio, we can see that from the last video, which was around here in the end of February, we were inside this really long channel, which is pretty neutral. However, recently we broke down from this channel, we broke the support and also these moving averages, which were acted as a support previously. So from this point of view, Algorand is underperforming Bitcoin a little bit. However, I think that's mostly because Bitcoin is going on a strong bull run at the moment in these days. So maybe when it slows down a little bit again, or all the altcoins go for a massive bull run like in the January and February period, we can expect this ratio to get inside this channel again and hopefully start outperforming Bitcoin in a major way. However, for now we have to keep eye on this and wait what's gonna happen to the Bitcoin and altcoins in the next few weeks. And finally, I have some short news about Dogecoin as well. So we can see that some US ATMs started selling Dogecoin since the March 1st. So on the coin flip devices in the 45 US states you can buy Dogecoins. As you may recall, there was a huge spike in Dogecoin in February because of mainly Elon Musk tweeting about Dogecoin on Twitter, but overall in the last year there was increased interest in Dogecoin in general. And also in similar news about Dogecoin, we have the luxury US hotels group now accepting Bitcoin and Dogecoin and other cryptos for paying for bookings. So the guests can now pay in Bitcoin or Dogecoin, which is really cool and extends the mass adoption of cryptocurrencies in the world. However, for now it only works with the BitPay wallet. And this is about it what I wanted to cover in this video, so I hope you enjoyed this one and got some interesting ideas out of this. If so, smash the like button to help me with the YouTube algorithm, and maybe consider subscribing if you like this content and want to see more in the future. So I thank you for watching and I will see you in the next one. Cheers!